All right, you guys. So I recorded a YouTube video on this makeup tutorial, and I used my old camera. What is this in my camera? I used my old camera, and it was a flop. I should have just used my Canon. I used my old school Sony, whatever the hell, and it did not upload. So I'm going to ghetto-fy this, and I'm going to go ahead and record what's on the computer screen that's not uploading like it's supposed to, and just let the guys who wanted to see the YouTube makeup tutorial on the computer. So yeah, it's 44 minutes long, so I'm just gonna let it ride out, and I'll use my Canon camera next time. But if you have any questions while I'm recording, I'll be reading the screen and answering them while the YouTube video is going to be recording. So I'm just going to flip the camera on and just let it record. Alright, so I'm using Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. I have already moisturized my skin. I'll do a skincare video because I need to do something like this and these two. So, this on. Then I'm going to use my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer on top of the blurring primer. Just a little stick of the makeup. I'm not talking a lot, it's just alright, for the eyebrows, I'm using my e.l.f. High Definition Powder. And I'm just putting powder. Sorry, I'm going to be still in a minute. To mat them out so that whatever products I put on here will glide. Brushing those eyebrows upward. I'm going to start with my spiked eyebrow pencil from MAC, old school, and just go under the brow. I'm going to elongate this beginning line to make sure that they are even, and I will correct that with concealer when I sharpen the brow. I'm going to stop the end of my eyebrow here. So nose, eye, here. Going on top with that spiked as well. Again, my arch. And just fill in any sparse areas over here. Then we're going to take spoolie and just run it up so all the product can run through the brows. And again, filling sparse areas. go a little bit below where my hair starts because I want a super clean line when I start cleaning up under the brow. And I want it to be, by the time I finish blending, it's right there at where my hair starts at the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other brow off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll conceal. Honey, 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 I know I look crazy. Honey, it's okay, honey, it's okay. So I'm using my Fenty concealer in 300 on the top and 280 on the bottom. We're gonna get this look all the way together. We're not gonna be walking around here looking like Eddie Munster. Promise you that. Not gonna happen. Uh-oh, messed up. Okay, so then I want to bring that concealer down. This is the lighter concealer, the 280. Bring that down on the eyelid. I need to blend that. Okay. Blend, blend, blend. With a fluffy blending brush. Then I'm going to go back with, let me see, this is the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in Latte. And just clean up where I messed up at the bottom. Then I'm going to go on the top with the color 300. I actually should have waited. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Wait to clean up your brows so after you start doing your foundation, and when you get to the concealing part, then do your brows. I just thought about that. That'd be so much easier. I'm just gonna dab my brush right here to soften it up. And boom, we're gonna do the other brow off camera, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, so now I'm going in with my foundation. This looks like a Ill Makiage bottle. My foundation from Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. I'm in the color 310C. I'm assuming the C is a cool color. Then we are going to, what am I going to put it on with? That's what I'm trying to wonder. Yeah, I just wasted it. Sure wasted it. Yep, I did. It's a pump. You can tell I haven't used this very often. Okay, so I guess I'll scoop all this up and use all this. Gonna get this all over the face, and then we're gonna go in with a different brush and make it do what it do. So the different brush that I'm using is going to be the Real Techniques Instapop. The Real Techniques Instapop face brush. Um, I'm going to spray some Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray Party All Night, Stay All Day by Charlotte Tilbury. Because I feel like it, no particular reason. And then I'm going to start pressing this foundation onto my face. Just pressing it, not rubbing it. Pressing it so that it can sit on top of the skin for full coverage. Now that I've gotten my foundation on, yeah. Concealer is Fenty in the number 300. And again, like with the eyes, we're just going to press that foundation in on top of the skin. We're going to use a Real Techniques Instapop cheek brush, starting at the bottom and the edges. I'm tapping it really lightly. I'm gonna bring that down into our foundation. I feel like I'm looking real white on camera, probably because all my lights here are bright. But with the foundation brush, I'm gonna blend that concealer line. Boom. Again on the other side. And then I get lighter as I get right up under the eye with my dabs. Dabbing it real lightly. Just so we can get that coverage. Bring that down into the foundation so that we can blend that with our foundation brush. Blend all the edges. I got right here on my eye. Just blend it out. But yeah, blend all the edges. Then we're going to continue on. Little X right there. Concealer brush. Depending on the concealer that you use, if it's not a really fast drying concealer, you can do your whole T-zone area under the eye area without blending it out yet, and do your eye, and when you start blending it out, blend the eye area last, because it gives it a chance to get tacky and you'll get a fuller coverage. So that's still the 330. I'm sorry, still the 300, and then I'm going in with the 280. A little bit. And we're going to go right in the eye duct area with the lighter color. All right. I just want a little pop of brightness right close to the eye area. That's why I put a lighter color foundation. back with our foundation brush to blend out any line that may have formed when we did the lighter foundation. Happy with that. Looking real moist and dewy. Next up, I'm going to contour. So this is Nutmeg and the black opal stick. And I'm just gonna stop right there. Then I am going to take another Real Techniques Instapop. This is my third Instapop type of brush from Real Techniques. And I'm just gonna dab that until it's blended. Doing that on both sides. Alright, so going back in with my concealer brush. Undo that. Then my foundation brush. We're getting rid of any lines. We're blending, basically, with whatever is left on our foundation brush. And this is the bronzer brush again. Concealer brush. And then next we're going to do our nose. We want a nice snatched nose. I'm going to redo the brows shortly. That's what we're doing with the nose. So for the nose, because I usually mess up on the nose, I'm just taking a small brush and pushing that back and forth. Just gonna do that on both sides. Then back in with my concealer brush. Foundation. Concealer brush. Then boom, the under eye is, my under eye is creasing. Close that. Top of my eye, I'm gonna do that. And then we're gonna set this with Elf's High Definition powder. Pulling that powder back out again. Not baking, I'm just pushing that into the skin. I have some other powder on this sponge, so it might be showing up. Okay, so I'm gonna set my bronzing area with these are the Morphe 8H and 8L Morphe Highlight Contour Palettes. They look like this. I'm just gonna dabble in whatever color I think will be good for me. I actually should be using my Fenty. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and use my Fenty because I like my Fenty. I'm gonna go ahead and continue with this for now to get all these other areas out the way. So right now I'm going into Debutante out of the Morphe 8L, I think it was L palette. Going into Debutante. Didn't put any liquid or cream concealer down here, but I am going to touch it. Then for the fun parts, I am going into my Fenty bronzer in Caramel Cutie. Well, actually, yeah, we're going to do Caramel Cutie first. Just going to touch that on the side of the nose. Then I'm going to go in with Fenty's Cocoa Naughty, which is, I think, a little darker, and just with the side of the brush. And then the other side of the brush. I look really white in camera, but it's not white, trust me. Alright, so I got those two down. So just with my foundation brush, I'm just going to go over everything, tapping. And it just has barely any foundation left on it. It's not moist. It doesn't feel moist, so I'm just going to tap to kind of mesh everything together. I'm going to turn some of these lights off and see that I'm not so bright. I'll come right back. All right, let's turn the light off and see if that made a little bit of a difference. So I'm going in with my Charlotte Tilbury #2 Medium Airbrush Flawless Finish. Let's see what that does. If it does anything to brighten under the eye. I might just stick with just using this as a setting. I'm going to just use this as a setting powder because it didn't brighten up what I wanted it to brighten. So yeah, no, I ain't gonna be able to do that. I have also this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Finish in #3. Let's see what this does. Does that brighten? No, that just gives me color and takes the yellow out of my skin. Again, I don't love it. So I'm just going to set that to the side. But I think I need something to brighten up under my eyes. So I'm going to go in my Anastasia powder contour kit. I'm going to use the yellow that's worn out. I remember this used to never fail me and would give me that brightness that I wanted under the eye, which it is doing. Yes, it is. I'm getting a little bit of brightness back. And because I have aging skin and lots of wrinkles under my eyes, which some young people have wrinkles under their eyes too, I'm supposed to be careful with the powder that I put under my eyes. But right now I'm not. I'm packing it on. Packing it on. Which I'm not supposed to do. So you just rub some of that. We're going to redo our brows, but back with the foundation. Brush again. Just going to do that. So now I feel like my contour isn't as sharp as I want it to be. So I'm going to go back in with Cocoa Naughty and try and sharpen up my contour with a brush like this. So keep in mind, and this is what I just thought about for myself, as I'm still always growing and learning new tips and tricks and reminders for where to place product. Remember, you know how some YouTube videos, girls will put that powder right there? So that's where you're going to put your contour creams and powders above that imaginary line. And it's not going to be there when you start to put on your contour products. So remember, above this imaginary line right here. Okay, okay. I'm going to run a little bit of that because I felt like I lost my contour. And I'm still looking real bright on camera right now. So we're going to go back in and we're going to refix our eyebrows because I feel like I lost a lot with that. Alright, so at this point I'm going to put my blush and my highlighter on, but I'm going to spray my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray again. Press that in with a sponge. And then we're going to put our highlighter on and then put our blush on top of that. So the highlighter is going to be from Double Trouble, Double Date, out of this BH Cosmetics Duo Light Highlight palette. I'm going to just touch and touch. Again, I'm going to try and dye this down with some blush. Where's our foundation brush? Foundation brush for everything. Okay, we got that down. Then for the blush, I'm going in the Blushing in Bali by BH Cosmetics 6-color blush highlight. I'm probably going to use the last two colors here. Just mix those two. I'm starting not to like highlighter. I like the super matte finish. And foundation brush again. Blending everything together. It looks really good in person. Don't know how it's looking on camera because I can't get my lighting right. But yeah, that's it. So I'm going to take my Rumor 1 P. Louise eyeshadow base. And then I'm just going to blend that all over the eye. And I'm going to do that to both eyes. Alright, so with a flat, fluffy brush, this is an NYX Professional Makeup Dual-Ended Brush. It has no number or name on it, like what brush it is. I'm going to take Katsina by Juvia's Place Sahara, the Saharan. I'm just going to. We're just going to pat. Hard part about eyeshadows is where do you start patting? When are you patting outside of where you need to be patting? I really don't know. We're just going to hope it comes out right. I'm looking at my brow, feeling where the end of my eye is. And I'm kind of just going by that right now. Keep in mind, under the eye, if you have to meet your eyeshadow, so I guess that's the imaginary line of what you can go by as far as where your eyeshadow would stop. We got imaginary lines here. We're thinking ahead of ourselves. So you think ahead to when you start finishing up the eye and doing under the eye, that line when you want to blend it together. So go by that. I hope you understand what I meant by that. And we're just patting this color on to get that good old color payoff. And I'm taking it almost all the way up here. And then I'm just going to push it out. Just blending that edge with the same brush. And then I'm going to take a little bit on the edge and just go under. While we have that color on this brush. I like it. Yeah, I told it, let me just zoom in. While I'm doing this eye work, I'm going to zoom in to kind of help you guys. Because I hate when YouTubers be doing like close-up stuff and I can't see what the hell they're doing. But yeah, I like it. Alright, so now I'm going to take out of the Saharan 2 palette by Juvia's Place. I kind of want to take this red color, Zahora. Maybe this Tarzana. Let's do Taza. Let's do Taza and see what happens. If we need to deepen it up, we'll do it. I'm taking a Morphe M139 brush. And what I want to do is a not so neat cut crease, an undefined cut crease. So I'm going to keep in mind that that's what I want to try and do. Now I do have the Katsina brush, the color that I used to put my first color on. I do have that close by so I can start blending stuff together. I am going to have to darken this up. I see it right now. But with that, we're going to go at the bottom. Same colors we use at the top, we're going to use at the bottom. All right, so with that Katsina brush, we are going to go and whatever's left over, just kind of blend around that. And then if we lose any color, we go back and put it back. It looks choppy on the screen. So I'm going to take the small Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going to go in that dark color. That dark color is a horror that I said I might want to go into. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm just going to do it. And then again, taking that color under, and then we're going to blend with our Taza brush. That looks a mess. I'm gonna go back in with our foundation brush and clean that up. This looks a whole mess, but it's really not. From what I'm seeing over here, it's really not. It's not that bad. But yeah. So that is that. All right, so back with our P. Louise Romer base. I'm actually gonna put that on the back of my hand, and then, you know. How high up am I going to go? Not sure. I'm going to go right above, I guess, where my eyeball is. Got into that tear duct area. My eyes are uneven. My eyelids are uneven. So it's going to be a little work for me. But we're just trying to open up a little space here so we can do our fake cut crease. So with our fake cut crease, what color are we going to do? I actually like Marrakesh in the Juvia's Saharan 2 palette. Marrakesh is like this color here. So I'm going to use a small little brush like this. I think it'll pick up more if I use a small brush like that. A small brush like that. And we're going to do a fake cut crease. Open your eye to make sure you're not losing that color somewhere on your lid when you open your eyelid. I'm going to do another color in the very tear duct area to really make that pop. Then we're going to blend with, let's go with the second color that we used, which was Taza. I'm going to blend the top out with Taza. Then we're going to finish up with that dark color, Zahora, over here. And then back in Katsina, and just do that. I don't know why the lighting isn't getting this, because it's beautiful. So I'm going to do the other eye. Okay, so now for the tricky part, because I suck at doing winged eyeliner. So I'm going to use this NYX, that's the Point Professional Makeup Pen. The number is TTPE01, put a wing on it. And it has a little thing like this. So I've been trying to master this, how to do a damn wing eyeliner. So I'm going to go by the guide from the bottom of my line here. Then I'm going to just start doing this until I get it thick enough, and then I'll try and worry about connecting it. Okay, so I figured out the wing eyeliner situation. Go with the flow of my bottom line and stop and aim towards this. So I'm going to do my, whatever the tight line, and then I'll come back. And this is a Smashbox Always Sharp Waterproof Kohl Liner in Raven. Alright, so I went ahead and did mascara on off camera. I used the CILS Booster XL by Lancome. It's just an eyelash primer. On my bottom lashes, I used the Wet n Wild Mega Length Mascara. And then on the top lash, I used the Hot and Naughty by MAC in Black. And then I guess we'll do lips next, and then we'll do lashes. Be right back. Alright, so I put on some lashes that I'm testing out at the top for selling, and then just threw on some bottom lashes, like 3 little pieces for a doll-like look. I think I probably overdid it with the really long ones in the middle. I might change those out for short. But I need to get my hair done. Okay, I guess I lined the bottom of my eye with liner, and I may be done. Gotta decide if I'm gonna use white or black liner. We'll see. Okay, so for the lips, I keep trying to play with the light. So for the lips, I did Viva Glam Nikki Gloss, and then for the liner, I think I did Soar. Oh no, I did Magenta Lip Liner by MAC, and then Nikki Viva Glam Nikki. It's an old gloss that MAC used to sell. But I'm about to curl my hair so you can see everything done. Alright guys, it is time for the hair tutorial. Makeup tutorial is probably going to be separate. I'm using the Kenra number 30 spray and the Kenra Shine spray. I'm using a T3 from, I got this from Ulta. This is like the 1.5 size. I'm also using this Andis Hot Comb. It's a regular rake comb and a comb for parting. And then, yeah. So we're just going to get this hair. We're also using like duckbill clips to hold the curl. I'm just going to show you about a handful of curls so you can know what to do. I've already layered this wig. So basically, what I am going to do is, for this side here, I'm going to put this up like that. show you the different ways that I am curling this hair. I'm going to use a Alright guys, so that was the YouTube tutorial. The hair is a lace front wig that I made with a frontal and 2 or 3 bundles, and I applied it myself. But yep, that's it. I just wanted to show you guys that real quick because it would not upload to YouTube. It would not come off the camera. The camera is spazzing out. So that's it. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comment section below. Love some.